any business person I've ever met in my life. I want to switch it around and I want to ask for some advice because all my viewers are young entrepreneurs or aspiring investors. The first thing I want to talk about is that you've seen many ups and downs in the market. You've seen some of the worst crashes in history. Do you think we're headed for another market crash?
Well, I mean, there'll be crashes, and there'll be a final crash from which there is no return. I believe that because there is social dissonance and there is, we don't have a solid financial basis anymore, given all the debt, and we can just keep adding to the debt, so I think eventually it will collapse. And when it comes back, it will take some years to come back. The companies and the stocks will not exist when the system comes back again. So so the stocks that you end up with will be birth.
It's almost like a reset.
Yeah, it will be a reset.
So how can we prepare for that? How can somebody like me prepare for that?
But my mother told me always, the only thing they can never take away from you is what you have learned.
Alright, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. This is the brother Shaquat Rakah coming from the Prophets in Babylon camp that's out here in Tampa, Florida. And before we move on further with this lesson, I want to give all honor and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rachakadash, Yahweh the Heavenly Father, who this world ignorantly calls God, which is true name, and the Paleo Hebrew means He is and He exists. And Yahweh Shah, the only begotten Son, who this world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which is true name, and the Paleo Hebrew means He saves and He delivers. And I also want to give double honors unto the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone who teach this truth and ruleth well. And today, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, coming back at you, with another lesson, on this on that clip you just seen, on this guy that's worth $300 billion, which that's a lot of damn money on this side, a lot of money on this side. He basically was saying, there's a great reset coming, man. And this whole year, 2023, we've been seeing the bank crashes, these other countries ditching the U.S. dollar. We're just seeing the fall of this economy, this whole economy collapsing, and this new system, they're trying to usher in, because this is all that it's leading to, man. And this prophecy, it's speaking every day, man. But, I want to grab this first precept. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie." So, the vision is yet for an appointed time, which, the prophets, the Lord gave them visions, man, of these different prophecies, like Jacob's trouble, World War III, these nuclear missiles, Esau coming with this great wrath, etc. Even this MOTB. The Lord gave them visions of these things and He wrote them down. And it says, "But at the end it shall speak and not lie." And right now not too long ago, you had this camp, I forgot exactly what camp it was, but they was saying, it's June, ain't no micro C-hips, and a week later, the FDA, aka the Food and Drug Administration, they gave Elon Musk the approval to put a micro C-hip inside your brain. And a couple weeks ago, he was asking for volunteers, for that, man. Which, this thing is here. So you got guys saying the MOTB is sin and the MOTB is white women, which the MOTB is the RFID micro C-hip. We got to use code words because, we don't want this devil to take these videos down, man. But that thing is here, man. You got people, you got this thing called paying with your palm technology. You have people with this thing. I seen this dude, he was getting a haircut. He paid with his palm after getting a haircut, man. You can look up, what I advise you to do, go on TikTok, look up paying with your palm. And you'll see in these other countries, people have this thing. in which that MOTB is here. It's just not made mandatory for everybody to take it right now, which is coming soon. But it says, though it tarry, wait for it. So although, us sincere brethren, we want this thing, we want a notification on our phone for them to say this CHIP is mandatory for everyone to take. Although we want it to happen tonight, which it's a possibility it can, but we gotta wait. It's a possibility it can, but it's a possibility it's not. But even if we gotta wait a week from now, a month, a year, 30 years from now, which I highly doubt, we're gonna be here for another 30 years. Seeing all these different prophecies, it's just too much going on right now. I don't even see us being here for another 7 years. But even if we gotta wait then, regardless, it's still gonna come. And it says wait for it. Even though it feels like it's forever, we gotta wait for it. The scriptures always go into patience. And when you go into that word patience, it goes into suffering, man. We gotta suffer, man. And it says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So regardless, it's gonna come. In your lifetime, yup. Because, you got jakes that's in that, it's not gonna happen in my lifetime. You got a lot of jakes in that not my lifetime spirit. It's gonna happen in your lifetime, man. I can see this thing coming here in less than 5 years, man. But let me grab this real quick too, just to hit a point, because matter of fact, let's get into the revelation real quick. Let's get into the revelation real quick. This is the plan they're trying to do. They're talking about a great reset, and you're seeing these different events and prophecies taking place. You got all these banks crashing. People got all their money and investments in there, and they can't get into it. This was coming soon. It's gonna be no more of your using cash and credit cards. This is Revelation 13, starting in verse 15, and it says, and who's this he referring to? Esau, Edom. It says, have power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. In which this image of the beast is referring to this new world order. What this damn devil wants, he wants everybody under one religion, one agreement, one accordance, one subjection, man. And when he brings in this new system, they're going to come down with that get down and lay down spirit. Anybody that don't want to get jiggy with it, they're basically going to kill you. They're going to off you. Verse 16, it says, and he calls it all. So this means everybody, meaning everybody. It doesn't matter how special you think you are. It says both small and great. So your newborn babies, toddlers, kids, down to your great-grandparents that got 2 days left to live. It says rich and poor, so down to your little babies, Drakes, fucking Kill Gates. Call them Kill Gates. I hate Bill Gates, man. Cause these fucking, it's like if my friends, these damn mosquitoes, man. Not to get off topic, but it says and poor, rich and poor, so down to Bill Gates, down to the bum across the street, the bum at the gas station. It says free and bond, so down to your average law-abiding citizen that's in the library, 8 days a week, voting for every damn election for the senator, down to your cousin Pookie, Ray Ray, your uncle Tyrone, that's doing an 8-year bid. It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which it could be anywhere. It could be in your big toe, the left side of your BBL, the left cheek of your BBL, your elbow, your left hand, shit. But Elon Musk talking about putting it inside your brain, so it could be anywhere, man. And these devils, they want total control, man. They want to know everything you're doing, man. This is verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So, simply to put it to you, when they bring in this new system, if you without this thing, you're not going to be able to do nothing. The WEF, not too long ago, about a month, 2 months ago, I believe, but a couple months ago recently, it came out in an article saying very soon you're going to need an implant under your skin to purchase little things such as food and water. So they know what they're doing, man. But, you're not going to be able to maneuver in society. You're not going to be able to use Apple Pay, your credit card. You're not going to be able to use a $20 bill. You're not going to be able to use them 2 racks you got stuffed inside the sneaker box in the closet, man. You're not going to be able to use that, man. But throughout these times, when this comes, This is the key prophecy we're waiting for to happen. Once this comes, all the other prophecies going to take place. And throughout this time, it's going to be all about who you going to put your trust in, man. You either going to put your trust in this devil or you going to put your trust in the Most High, man. And the Most High told us not to take this thing. There's an ultimate consequence spoken about in Revelation, the 14th chapter in the 9th verse, starting in the 9th verse. Tells you about the punishment of those that took that thing, man. You're going to eat a nuclear missile, man. You're going to die. You're going to be in that barbecue, man. Just got to put your 100% trust in the Lord in these times, man. I want to grab this real quick. This is the book of Romans. Let me grab Romans real quick. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 4. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men. So the Lord said he reserved to himself 7,000 men. And when you go into that word 7, it goes into completion. So it's not talking about exactly 7,000 men, but this is referring to the elect. That great number of men, us sincere brethren, are striving to be of. Lord reserved himself 7,000 men. That's what it says, who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. So the Lord reserved himself a great number of men that's not going to get jiggy with this system. Even if you got to lose your house, there's going to be a time you're going to have to be pilgrims. Even if you got to lose your car, you ain't ate in 3 days, you ain't ate in a week, But I got 100% faith throughout these times, man. As long as you keep pushing, doing this work in truth and sincerity, whoever the elect is, whoever those men may be, I truly believe Lord's gonna take care of them, man. You could go into Isaiah 65 and 13. My servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. My servants shall drink, you shall be thirsty. My servants shall rejoice, but ye should be ashamed, roughly paraphrasing. I truly believe the Lord's going to have these men stable throughout the times. They're going to be well taken care of, man. But, this is what they're trying to bring into, man. This is their whole plan and whole agenda. There's talking about a great reset coming. But it was a point I wanted to hit because the guy, he was saying, is there any advice you want to tell my viewers? Because most of them are entrepreneurs, they do investments, etc., man. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Here's my advice. Here's the Lord's advice. It says, arise ye and depart. So meaning, get out of this place, man. But this not saying get a first-class ticket to the motherland. Because, Jake, talking about going to damn Africa, man. But now it's talking about spiritually, get your mind out of this place, man, because, your average, most of them is probably Jakes. You got Jakes that's worried about, putting their investments in this place, man. Stacking up riches on this side. What you go in the book of Matthew, the 6th chapter, I believe, it says, lay not up treasures upon earth, but lay up your treasures on heaven. This whole system is about to crash, man. You're going to be disappointed, man. I think it was Wells Fargo, if I'm not mistaken, but it was one bank a couple months ago. A lot of people couldn't get access to the accounts, man, and they were mad. They had thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in their accounts, man. They couldn't access their bank accounts, man. But it says, for this is not your rest, and this is not your rest, man. It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword of destruction. So this is not our rest, Jake. You Israelites, which consist of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because your average Israelite, man, your average Jake is worried about getting in the NBA scout, trying to get a mixtape, trying to get signed to 4PF and shit, man. That's your average Jake mindset is that. Your average Jake is not thinking about this economy collapsing, our Lord coming back, World War III. Your average Jake is not thinking about that, man. They think about the money. And your average Jake, it says, for this is not your rest. Your average Jake think this is heaven. This is it. You know, you go into the book of Baruch, says, for this day you are yet in your captivity. We're in that captivity, bro. You know, it feels like when you walk out the house, it's like you gotta pay to walk outside. You take one step, $30. Your second step, $60. You're getting hit with payments on payments on payments on payments. Scripture says we're subject to payments. You know, this is not our captivity, man. This kingdom was built for Esau, Edom, for these women, you know, his damn lapdogs. You know, Eve is the lapdog for Daddy Esau. This is a queendom, really. This ain't no kingdom. This is a queendom. But this so-called kingdom that's built up is not set up for Israelite men to prosper here, man. And that's a fact. But what I'm thinking about grabbing? Let me grab Let me grab this real quick. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 20. And I don't want to make this lesson too long, but Yahweh, I pray this lesson be edifying. But this is the book of Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, in which this remnant of Israel is talking about the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. And who's smoting us, man? You know, Esau, Edom, and these other nations. You know, they benefit off our oppression, man. They oppress us. You know, they're getting benefits off our oppression, man. You know, and, you know, you go into Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, you know, you can read that in your own time. It goes into, you know, these curses that were put upon us as a nation, man. Which one of the curses, we will go to this devil for the want and need of all things. We're buying food, water, resources. We got to go to these local Walmarts, these local Targets, Costco's, Publixes, you know, etc., man, you know, for these resources. But it says, but shall stay upon the Lord, Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel in truth. So we're coming to a time, yeah, we in liberty right now. We getting margaritas on the weekend. You spend time with your family. You could go to your local Walmarts, etc. But when this in that day, when that great tribulation comes upon this earth, you know, when there's famine, lack of resources, we're gonna have to really 100% put our faith and put our trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. You know, not gonna be relying on this devil no more, man. Ain't gonna be no more going to Wally World. ain't gonna be no more going to Publix for a pub sub, man. You know, we're gonna have to depend on the Lord to get us something to eat. God us through that great tribulation that's coming upon the earth. And let's grab this real quick. We could close it out. Because, you know, that guy, he said something heavy. He said, when he asked for the advice, he said, you know, my mom said, they can't take away what you learn. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And that guy, he was talking about the mathematics and, you know, the investments he knows about. He's most likely going to take that thing, man. You know, he probably got the insider on the thing, man. He's a $300 billion. Just think about it, man. But ain't going to be nothing compared to what you brothers are going to get. It's going to be nothing prepared for what the Lord has in store for you brothers, man. But it says, he said you can't take away what you learn. And, you know, it says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So this is not talking about any type of wisdom. Because you can have wisdom in anything. You can have a good basketball IQ. You know, you could be a good boxing trainer. You could know all the mathematics behind a register, you know, etc., man. But now this is talking about the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah and the understanding of these scriptures. This is what's going to keep you stable when you ain't ate in 3 days. When you see, you know, your best friend Tyrone from kindergarten with his guts spilled all over the pavement, man. When you seeing dead bodies everywhere, man. When they crash this system. This is what's going to guide you, keep you stable through the times while everybody's going to be running like a chicken with his head cut off loose, man. They're not going to know what to do, man. All they're going to remember is the studio time, Drake's next album, and fried chicken, man. That's all they're gonna know, man. and investments, But this is what's coming, man. Not take this thing, man. But y'all rock this out. I pray this lesson be edifying unto you. If this lesson be edifying unto you, it'll be edifying to the hopeful elect. And once again, before I close out, I want to give all honor and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rachakadash. And once again, I want to give double honors unto the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone who teach this truth and ruleth well. And with that, I'm going to say, Shalom.